Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday, January 26, 2021. Well, we're just racing through January, going through the last week of January, and it's feeling like January out there today. Today is going to be very similar to yesterday. Very cold across the region. While these are not record-breaking cold temperatures by any means, colder than it's been for a lot of this winter so far. And like yesterday, there'll be areas of light snow and flurry activity at times, especially across portions of Colorado, southeastern Wyoming, parts of western Nebraska, and into the high plains of western Kansas. Nothing that looks to be really heavy. This next system is weaker than the one that came through earlier, but there is going to be some very chilly temperatures today and a little bit of light snow. Now, a southwest wind is going to bring a warm-up Wednesday through Friday. So if you don't like the cold, it is going to get warmer Wednesday through Friday. But as we know, living out here in this part of the United States, when it gets windy in the winter, it does warm up. And to get warmer in the winter, you got to get the wind going. So it is going to get a little windy. We don't expect anything awful. Just expect with the warmer temperatures, the winds to pick up a bit. Now we have another trough coming in late Friday night and Saturday. It's a quick mover. It's just like all the other systems we've seen lately. Comes off the west coast, races through. Mountains get a quick shot of snow, some snow showers on the plains, and then it's gone. It's going to stay an active pattern for the USA. There's going to be more storms in the Midwest, the Great Lakes, and the East Coast, and California. There's another storm, larger storm, that we're going to keep an eye on for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. That one might be a little bigger, a little slower moving. That's a storm to kind of circle on the calendar as one we'll need to keep an eye on as we get into the first week of February. This is today's weather chart. You can see we've got lots of troughs. We got the trough going through the Midwest right now. We've got this one right here, another one coming in behind it. Now, this guy right here caused a significant snowstorm up here yesterday and last night. This guy looks fairly impressive on the maps, but it's actually going to weaken as it heads east today. But it's going to be enough to produce light snows again and upslope conditions around this area here, mainly east of the divide. This next system right here, instead of coming in to here, is going to go slide down the west coast. And that's going to change the wind flow briefly. And here it is. As the system digs along the west coast, the winds aloft come in from the southwest. So instead of winds coming in from a more northerly flow here, a southwesterly wind flow. And this is where you get a downslope wind. The air comes over the mountains, then downhill. When you bring air down, when air comes down off the mountains to the plains, the air gets compressed. That compression of the air brings up the temperature, so it brings in a warming trend. So for Wednesday through Friday, it gets breezy, but it gets warmer along and east of the Continental Divide. But this storm system is going to bring a really good shot of rain and snow to California that really needs it. And then it does head inland. Now, this is the precipitation forecast through Friday afternoon. This precipitation right here is basically associated with the system that's moving through the area today. This precipitation here, part of the next storm system coming into the west coast. Look at those rain amounts. Now, we've got some areas here. That's 5 inches of rain in some parts of Southern California up to near Santa Barbara. Some really heavy snows up into the Sierra Nevada. They need it. That moisture will again start to push our way towards next week sometime. This is the snowfall forecast through Friday, and you can see it's basically directed out west. Look at these snow totals in the Sierra Nevada. Look at that. 63, 50 inches of snow. Is that going to happen? Probably. This type of pattern just drives heavy snow in the Sierra Nevada. So that'll be good for those folks. They're way behind on snowpack. For the areas, though, as you get further east. See, as you get further east from the Pacific, the snow amounts just really drop off. The southwest wind flow into the west coast just drives the moisture into the areas of the mountains in these locations. You need a northwest flow for the Colorado and Wyoming mountains to do better. Now, as we get into the time frame of the weekend, this is the Saturday wave coming through. It's going to head off into the Midwest and become another large storm system. There's going to be a lot of winter weather in this part of the country here in the next week to 10 days. This next system right here is what's coming next week and the one we need to watch. Now, as this system comes through and exits by Saturday, we go back to fair weather for Sunday and Monday. And you can see this is the Saturday system. It's going to produce a little bit of snow in the mountains, a few snow showers in the plains, but not a big snow producer. As we get into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, we have a double barrel low here. Now, odds are it won't be as strong up here, and we may see a bigger consolidation of low pressure here near the Four Corners area in the Tuesday night, Wednesday timeframe of next week. So we'll put a question mark on this one, but it does look favorable for some type of larger storm late Tuesday and Wednesday of next week in this part of the world. So we'll need to keep an eye on it. And if you go out further, if we were to go out to 15 days, now take a look at this. This is interesting. We'll need to watch this. We maintain the ridge of high pressure in the Gulf of Alaska, and look at all the blue and the gray here. We still have not seen that Arctic air make its move yet into the lower 48 states. But right around February 10th, there's a hint here. I've seen this pattern before when we've had some big cold outbreaks, to where you get that ridge of high pressure in the Gulf of Alaska, and you have a wave that comes in from the Yukon that acts as a trigger to grab that Arctic air on the prairie provinces of Canada and the Northwest Territories and bring it into the U.S. This is some really, really cold air here. So another question mark around February 10th. That's another time frame we'll need to kind of keep an eye on, as it does look like February, showing some promise of bringing more in the way of winter weather into the western United States. Have yourself a great Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow.